Hello, everybody. So, as you may know, I'm currently researching STEM stock. It's a stock that I'm rather interested in buying at this point, but I need to still learn more and present more, and maybe get your thoughts in the comments. So in today's video, I just want to focus on the bulk of their revenue today, which is still coming from their hardware plus network integration, and really from their engineering and design division of them selling installations of these Megapack, these battery storage solutions. And the title of this video is STEM, a leading installer of Tesla Megapacks, because you'll see that they are at the end of the video. But I just want to briefly talk about how big this market is, what this market really is as well. So first of all, we need to understand what Megapacks are, right? These Megapacks, they eliminate the need for peaker plant. And it's important to note that this year and next year, this company is going to be focusing on these BTM, i.e. behind the meter battery packs. And these are battery pack solutions that they sell to utilities, and thus they are a bigger project. And when you sell to a utility, it's a bigger project. They can expect between 20 and 40% gross margin on this type of product, which would be decent for hardware, much better than their front of the meter solutions that they've been doing so far. So why do we need these behind the meter Megapacks? Well, because the grid at all time, it's a game of matching supply and demand for electricity. It needs to match at all times. The grid needs to be balanced. There needs to be no imbalances. And usually, historically, this has been done with peaker plants. It used to be done once with coal peaker plants, but more often than not today, it's done with natural gas peaker plants that will turn on. But they're very bulky plants. They're more complicated. They're quick to turn on, but they do still take a few minutes to turn on. They're not as smooth. They're not as smooth as a battery. And batteries have the ability to smooth the delivery of power, to make a very, very smooth transition whenever there is a peak, whenever a community decides to all use electricity all at once. And that's why if you look at the Megapack marketing, one of their biggest marketing of a Megapack is that one Megapack equals 3,600 homes for 1 hour, because you can unload all of that power all at once into a system. And that's very, very powerful. That's going to be especially more powerful as we have more electric cars charging on the grid with these megawatt chargers that, say, Tesla is introducing. To charge a semi, you're going to need to have that ability to dump electricity, that ability to dump tremendous amounts of electricity in very, very little amount of time is a new element that the grid is counting on. And another big use of this is for utilities. Once again, is they can use these batteries in conjunction with solar. So solar is the cheapest source of energy. Battery has always been a hurdle to the adoption of solar for utilities and for people as well, for companies. And when you pair a battery storage system with a solar system, all of a sudden your solar becomes much cheaper, much more powerful, and so it allows you to import batteries, to import electricity during the day from your solar, and to actually export it at night or whenever there is a peak. So batteries really are all about the management of energy and the storage of energy and the resale of energy. That's what this is all about. This is what their hardware focuses on more right now, although they still have a thriving business of front of the meter battery packs. These are battery packs that they sell to companies themselves. So this could be a grocery store like a Walmart who has a big battery pack in the back. This could be industrial sites, commercial buildings. And these are called front of the meter battery packs because they're mostly a money saving tool. So if you have a major battery pack, what you'll do is that you'll import electricity from the grid at cheap rates, right? So typically at night, you'll be importing electricity. And whenever, because you have a flexible rate, right? Whenever you have peak hours where electricity is more expensive, you would turn yourself off away from the grid and actually use the power that is stored during your battery pack. And that's why these battery packs have very high ROI for firms, for industrial firms who are subject to peak power. It also also allows another very clever thing, which is to resell your stored energy to the grid if you don't need it. So we see that in the residential space, you often have a 5-year payoff. So you have a very, very quick payoff also in the industrial space just by buying a battery, storing energy, buying energy from the grid when it's cheap, and reselling it to the grid when it's more expensive. And lastly, the front of the meter battery packs allow you, if you have solar panels on your facility, it allows you to become power independent and independent for the grid, depending on how much you use. And it's important to note that the business model of STEM is to, of course, install these. But why do they want to install these? Because once they've installed behind the meter, in front of the meter systems that they've designed, then they have a 100% attach rate on their software. Athena is the software, and they have 100% attach rate, which means, and 20-year contract, which means that they over time, they can become a software company. The more hardware they sell, the more they're going to secure long-term software sales. And the goal of Athena is to give you an ROI, simply. It's to tell you when to shut off from the grid because you need to use your electricity because there's a peak. It's to tell you when to buy, when to really sell electricity. It's it's almost like a trading app, a trading software for electricity that optimizes for you through algorithm, through AI, when is the best time to use that energy, when it was the best time to refeed that energy back to the grid. So really, the software component here is just as important as the hardware component, I would argue, and over time more important. But this company is more of a hardware company right now. Now, if you've seen my first video, you know I found them very secretive on the website. I'm like, they don't say who are the hardware suppliers. But when you listen to the call, you learn more. And so you know that part of a competitive advantage of STEM is to secure this access to these battery packs, to secure access to them, and to be able to offer companies different types of products, cheaper or less cheap, depending on company preferences. You'll always have some companies who want very high-end stuff, always have some companies who want low-end stuff. And So my best understanding, based on the call and based on what they talk about supply chain disruption and containers coming from China, my understanding is that they install a lot of Chinese solutions. So this would be, for example, a Chinese solution for 1 megawatt container. If you just buy one, it's $550,000 for 1 megawatt storage container. So actually, the Chinese solutions are cheaper than the Tesla Megapack, obviously. But nonetheless, the CEO said something very interesting. He said that Tesla is still the #1 supplier of storage solutions for them. They are still their #1 supplier of battery is Tesla, which means that even though when a company goes see STEM to set up a battery pack, they maybe offer different projects, right? Different pro formas or what this will look like. And STEM actively sells Tesla Megapacks and sets up Tesla Megapack with its own software. So this is yet again a situation where you have a company that is both a competitor in the software end of the business, because of course Tesla has its own auto bidder software and they have their own design services, but it's also a client because it resells the Tesla Megapack, which is obviously kind of a pioneer in this space. And so this space, to me, it could be as big for companies and for utilities as Enphase is big for individuals, right? For households, because it is all about the energy independence space. If you can store your energy from the cheapest source of electricity right now, which is solar, if you can store it in those battery packs, then you become energy independent. It fits right within my mega trend, but of course at a much greater scale, which is the industrial scale. So a much greater scale, say on a per project basis. So I find this very, very interesting. I am doing much more research on STEM, much more coming. I still haven't made a decision on the stock, but I'm definitely liking the stock. That is for sure. So none of this is investment advice. This is just entertainment. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your likes, and thanks for your subscribes. Have a great day.